In a distant galaxy, far beyond the reaches of Earth's most powerful telescopes, the Galactic Council convenes in an ancient citadel floating in the void of space. This assembly, a gathering of representatives from thousands of highly advanced alien civilizations, meets to discuss matters of cosmic importance. However, on this particular occasion, the atmosphere is tense and charged with a palpable sense of unease. The representatives speak in hushed tones about a pressing issue that has recently come to their attention. It's not an impending invasion by a hostile empire, nor is it a looming cosmic catastrophe that threatens the very fabric of spacetime. No, the cause of their concern is a seemingly innocuous planet located in a relatively quiet corner of the universe, a small, blue-green world called Earth. The Council members are not worried about Earth's current state, but rather the potential it holds. They have been observing the planet for eons, watching as the dominant species, the humans, slowly evolved from primitive apes to the technologically advanced civilization they are today. What concerns the Council is the rapid pace of human development, which seems to be accelerating at an alarming rate. Reports from scout ships and long-range sensors indicate that the humans have already mastered spaceflight, allowing them to venture beyond their own solar system and explore the cosmos. They have harnessed the power of the atom, unlocking secrets of the universe that took other civilizations millennia to understand. And perhaps most concerning of all, they are on the cusp of developing artificial intelligence that rivals the most advanced AI systems in the known universe. The Council debates the implications of Earth's rapid advancement. Some argue that the humans should be left alone, that their progress is a natural part of their evolution and should not be interfered with. Others believe that the humans are too unpredictable, too volatile to be allowed to continue unchecked. They fear that if left to their own devices, the humans could become a threat not just to themselves, but to the delicate balance of power in the galaxy. After much deliberation, the Council reaches a decision. They will send an emissary to Earth to observe the humans more closely and report back on their findings. The chosen emissary is Xyloth, a tall, slender being with iridescent skin and eyes that shimmer like starlight. Xyloth is known for its keen intellect and ability to blend in with the native populations of the worlds it visits. Xyloth accepts the mission and prepares for the journey to Earth. It boards a sleek, silver spacecraft equipped with the most advanced cloaking technology in the galaxy, allowing it to travel undetected through the cosmos. As the ship speeds toward the distant blue planet, Xyloth can't help but feel a sense of anticipation mixed with trepidation. It knows that the fate of Earth and perhaps the entire galaxy may depend on what it discovers. Upon arriving in the solar system, Xyloth's ship takes up orbit around Earth, its cloaking device rendering it invisible to human detection. From this vantage point, the alien begins its observations, watching the humans go about their daily lives with a mixture of fascination and growing concern. It sees a species on the brink of a technological singularity, a species whose potential for both great good and great destruction is virtually limitless. As Xyloth watches, it realizes that the Council's fears may be well-founded. The humans are evolving far faster than any species the Council has ever encountered, and their trajectory is uncertain. Will they use their advancing knowledge and capabilities for the betterment of themselves and the universe? Or will they succumb to their baser instincts and unleash chaos upon the cosmos? Only time will tell, and Xyloth knows its mission is now more important than ever. The future of Earth and perhaps the fate of the entire galaxy rests in the balance, and the alien emissary is determined to unravel the mystery of this small but consequential planet and its enigmatic inhabitants. The observation has begun, and the universe holds its breath, waiting to see what the humans will do next. As Xyloth continues its clandestine observation of Earth, life on the planet proceeds as usual, with the human population blissfully unaware of the extraterrestrial scrutiny they are under. The alien watches as people go about their daily routines, working, playing, loving, and dreaming, all under the watchful eye of an unseen observer. Xyloth's advanced technology allows it to monitor multiple locations simultaneously, and it begins to focus its attention on a particular individual who has caught its interest. This person is a young scientist named Kai, a brilliant mind working on a groundbreaking energy technology that has the potential to revolutionize not just Earth, but the entire galaxy. Kai works tirelessly in his lab, rarely stopping to eat or sleep, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a burning desire to unlock the secrets of the universe. Xyloth watches, fascinated, as the human pushes the boundaries of science, conducting experiments that would be considered impossible by most of his peers. But as Xyloth observes Kai more closely, it begins to sense that there is more to the young scientist than meets the eye. Behind his driven exterior, there is a deep well of sadness, a sense of loss that seems to permeate his every action. Through its advanced empathic abilities, Xyloth is able to piece together fragments of Kai's past, and it discovers the source of his pain. Years ago, Kai's beloved wife Mira died from a rare and incurable disease. Her loss shattered Kai's world, leaving him adrift in a sea of grief and despair. But rather than succumbing to his pain, Kai channeled it into his work, pouring all of his energy into finding a way to ensure that no one else would have to suffer as he had. Xyloth feels a strange kinship with Kai, a connection that transcends the vast differences between their species. It sees in the human a kindred spirit, someone who has known the depths of loss and has emerged stronger for it. As Kai's research progresses, his work begins to attract the attention of others on Earth. A powerful multinational corporation takes notice of his energy breakthrough and approaches him with an offer of unlimited funding to develop the technology further. However, their offer comes with a catch: they want exclusive rights to the technology and plan to weaponize it for their own gain. Kai is torn. On one hand, the corporation's resources could allow him to accelerate his research and bring his vision to fruition much sooner than he ever thought possible. But on the other hand, he is deeply uncomfortable with the idea of his life's work being used for destruction and domination. After much soul-searching, Kai makes his decision. He refuses the corporation's offer, determined to develop his technology independently and ensure that it is used for the betterment of all humanity, not just the profits of a select few. The corporation, however, is not used to taking no for an answer. They launch a covert operation to steal Kai's research, raiding his lab in the dead of night and leaving the scientist for dead. Xyloth, who has been monitoring the situation closely, is shocked by the brutality of the attack. It watches helplessly as Kai lies bleeding on the floor of his lab, his life's work stolen and his dreams shattered. But even in this darkest moment, Kai's thoughts are not of himself, but of Mira and the promise he made to her to use his gifts to help others. With his last ounce of strength, he reaches out mentally, unknowingly broadcasting a plea for help that echoes across the cosmos. And on the cloaked ship orbiting above, Xyloth hears his call. The alien emissary is faced with a choice: to continue its passive observation mission or to intervene and alter the course of human history. It is a decision that will have consequences not just for Earth, but for the entire galaxy. As Kai's life hangs in the balance, Xyloth wrestles with the weight of its responsibility. The fate of two worlds, two species, rests on the actions it takes in the next few moments. The universe itself seems to hold its breath, waiting to see what the alien will do. And on the surface of the planet below, the young scientist lies dying, unaware that his destiny and the fate of his world are about to be forever changed by a chance encounter with a being from beyond the stars. In a moment that will forever be etched in the annals of galactic history, Xyloth makes a fateful decision. Acting on an impulse born of empathy and a growing sense of connection to the dying human, the alien chooses to intervene. It materializes in Kai's lab, its form shimmering into existence like a mirage-given substance. Kai, barely clinging to consciousness, is startled by the sudden appearance of the extraterrestrial being. Through pain-blurred eyes, he takes in Xyloth's appearance, its tall, slender form, its iridescent skin that seems to shift and change color with each movement, and its eyes that shine with an intelligence far beyond human comprehension. Xyloth quickly assesses Kai's injuries and realizes that the human's life is hanging by a thread. Using advanced medical technology far beyond anything available on Earth, the alien begins to heal Kai's wounds, knitting together torn flesh and mending shattered bones with a touch that is both gentle and powerful. As Kai's pain recedes and his mind clears, he struggles to comprehend the incredible reality of his situation. He is face to face with an actual alien being, a visitor from the stars that has saved his life. Questions flood his mind: who is this creature, why is it here, and what does its presence mean for Earth and the human race? Xyloth, sensing Kai's confusion and curiosity, begins to explain its mission and the reason for its presence. It tells Kai about the Galactic Council, the governing body of the most advanced civilizations in the known universe, and their growing concern about Earth's rapid technological advancement. Kai listens in awe as Xyloth describes the wonders and dangers of the cosmos, of the countless species and worlds that exist beyond Earth's solar system. He learns of the delicate balance of power that exists in the galaxy and the Council's role in maintaining that balance. But Xyloth also shares its own growing doubts about the Council's approach to Earth. It believes that the humans have the potential to be a force for good in the universe, that their creativity and resilience could be a valuable addition to the galactic community. However, it also recognizes the danger that an unchecked Earth could pose, not just to itself but to other worlds. Kai, his mind reeling from these revelations, begins to understand the incredible responsibility that now rests on his shoulders. He is no longer just a scientist working on a revolutionary energy technology, he is a representative of his entire species, a potential bridge between Earth and the stars. Together, Kai and Xyloth hatch a plan to recover the stolen research and expose the truth about the corporation's sinister agenda. They know that they must act quickly, before the corporation can fully unlock the secrets of Kai's work and use it for their own nefarious purposes. Using Xyloth's advanced technology and Kai's intimate knowledge of the corporation's inner workings, they infiltrate the company's heavily guarded headquarters. The aliens' cloaking abilities allow them to move unseen through the building, bypassing security systems and armed guards with ease. As they delve deeper into the corporation's secrets, they uncover a truth even more shocking than they had anticipated. The company's leaders are not just planning to weaponize Kai's energy technology, they are already in possession of advanced alien technology, obtained through clandestine deals with rogue elements of other galactic civilizations. The stakes are suddenly higher than ever before. If the corporation is allowed to combine Kai's work with their ill-gotten alien tech, they could become a threat not just to Earth, but to the entire galaxy. Xyloth and Kai realize that they are now fighting not just for the future of one world, but for the fate of countless others. In a daring raid on the corporation's inner sanctum, Kai and Xyloth manage to recover the stolen research data and uncover evidence of the company's treachery. But as they make their escape, they find themselves confronted by the corporation's heavily armed security forces. A fierce battle erupts, with Xyloth using its advanced combat abilities to hold off the attackers while Kai frantically works to upload the stolen data to a secure off-site server. The fate of worlds hangs in the balance as the two unlikely allies fight side by side, a human and an alien united in a common cause. Just when all seems lost, Kai succeeds in transmitting the data. With the evidence of the corporation's misdeeds now safely beyond their reach, he and Xyloth make a desperate bid for freedom. They manage to escape the building, but not before Xyloth is gravely wounded by enemy fire. As they flee into the night, Kai supports the injured alien, his mind racing with the implications of what they have just done. They have struck a blow against the corporation, but he knows that this is just the beginning. The revelation of alien life and the exposure of the company's crimes will send shockwaves around the world and across the galaxy. Kai glances at Xyloth's battered form, humbled by the alien's sacrifice. He knows that the path ahead will be long and hard, that there will be setbacks and challenges, but he also knows that he has an ally now, a friend from beyond the stars. Under the soft glow of Earth's moon, a man and an alien limping into an uncertain future, the first fragile bridge between two worlds. It is a moment that will change everything, a turning point in the history of the universe. And though they do not yet know it, Kai and Xyloth have just taken the first steps on a journey that will lead them to the very edges of the cosmos and beyond. With the corporation's headquarters fading into the distance behind them, Kai and Xyloth make their way through the dark, winding streets of the city. The alien's wound is severe, and despite its advanced physiology, Xyloth is growing weaker with each passing moment. Kai, his mind still reeling from the events of the past few hours, realizes that he needs to find a safe place for them to regroup and tend to Xyloth's injury. He guides the alien through a labyrinth of alleyways and abandoned buildings, drawing on his deep knowledge of the city's underbelly to evade any potential pursuers. Finally, they come to a halt in a derelict warehouse on the outskirts of town. Kai helps Xyloth inside, laying the alien down gently on a makeshift bed of discarded packaging materials. In the dim light filtering through the cracked windows, he assesses the damage, his heart sinking as he realizes the extent of Xyloth's wound. The alien, sensing Kai's despair, reaches out with a trembling hand and grasps the human's arm. "Do not fear for me, Kai," Xyloth says, its voice weak but still filled with the same gentle wisdom that had first drawn Kai to it. "My mission was to observe and understand your species, but in you, I have found something far more valuable, a friend and an ally." Kai, tears welling in his eyes, clasps Xyloth's hand tightly. "I won't let you die," he whispers fiercely. "Not after everything you've done for me, for Earth. We'll find a way to heal you, I promise." Xyloth smiles softly, its eyes glimmering with an emotion that Kai can't quite place. "There is a way," the alien says, reaching with its free hand into a hidden pocket in its suit. It withdraws a small vial filled with a shimmering, silvery liquid and presses it into Kai's palm. "This is a healing elixir from my world, a medicine so potent that a single drop could cure even the most grievous of wounds. But it is not for me." Kai frowns, confused. "What do you mean? If this can heal you, then dash." "Kai," Xyloth interrupts gently, "this elixir is the last of its kind, a relic of my people's ancient past. It was given to me for a purpose, to be used in a moment of great need. And that moment is now." The alien's grip on Kai's hand tightens, its gaze intense. "The corporation may have stolen your research, but they don't understand it, not like you do. They think it's just a weapon, a tool for domination. But in your hands, it could be so much more. It could be the key to unlocking a new era of peace and prosperity for your world and countless others." Kai's eyes widen as he begins to understand the implications of Xyloth's words. "You want me to use the elixir on myself," he whispers, "to heal my own wounds so that I can continue my work." Xyloth nods, a smile playing at the corners of its mouth. "Your life's work is too important to be cut short, Kai. The universe needs you, now more than ever. Promise me that you'll use this gift wisely, that you'll dedicate yourself to using your knowledge for the good of all." Kai, his heart swelling with a mix of grief and determination, nods solemnly. "I promise," he says, his voice thick with emotion. "I'll make sure your sacrifice wasn't in vain." The alien smiles one last time, its form already beginning to shimmer and fade. "I know you will," it whispers. "Farewell, my friend. May the stars guide your path." And with those final words, Xyloth's body dissolves into a shower of glittering light, leaving Kai alone in the empty warehouse, the vial of elixir clutched tightly in his hand. For a long moment, Kai simply stands there, tears streaming down his face as he mourns the loss of his extraordinary friend. But even in his grief, he feels a new sense of purpose taking root in his heart. Xyloth had believed in him, had seen in him the potential to change the course of history. And he would not let that faith be misplaced. With a steadying breath, Kai uncorks the vial and swallows the shimmering liquid inside. He feels a rush of energy suffusing his body, knitting together his wounds and filling him with a strength he has never known before. In that instant, he knows that he has been transformed, not just physically but in some fundamental way that he can't yet fully comprehend. Filled with a newfound resolve, Kai sets out to fulfill his promise to Xyloth. He contacts trusted journalists and activists, sharing with them the truth about the corporation's misdeeds and the existence of extraterrestrial life. The story spreads like wildfire, igniting a global firestorm of controversy and wonder. As the world reels from the revelation, Kai throws himself into his work with a passion bordering on obsession. Using the knowledge and resources left to him by Xyloth, he refines and perfects his energy technology, determined to create a new future for Earth, one free from the specter of war and want. But even as he labors tirelessly, Kai knows that the fight is far from over. The corporation, though wounded, is not yet defeated, and there are other forces at work, both on Earth and beyond, that seek to control or destroy the budding relationship between humanity and the stars. As he stands on the precipice of a new era, Kai can feel the weight of destiny settling on his shoulders. He knows that the road ahead will be long and fraught with danger, that he will face challenges and obstacles beyond anything he has ever known. But he also knows that he is not alone. Xyloth's spirit lives on in him, guiding his steps and lending him strength. And somewhere out there, among the infinite expanse of the cosmos, there are other allies waiting to be found, other civilizations that share his dream of a universe united in peace and understanding. With a final glance at the stars above, Kai squares his shoulders and steps forward into the unknown, ready to face whatever the future may bring. The journey has only just begun, but with each step, he carries the hopes and dreams of two worlds, two species, two friends who dared to reach across the void and touch the face of the infinite. As news of Xyloth's sacrifice and the corporation's treachery spreads across the globe, the Galactic Council finds itself in a state of upheaval. The revelation that one of their own had not only made contact with a human but had actively intervened in Earth's affairs sends shockwaves through the ranks of the ancient body. In the Grand Council chambers, representatives from 1,000 worlds argue and debate, their voices rising in a cacophony of confusion and fear. Some call for immediate sanctions against Earth, demanding that the upstart species be put in its place before it can pose a threat to the delicate balance of galactic power. Others, moved by Xyloth's selfless act, argue for a more measured approach, insisting that the humans be given a chance to prove their worth as potential allies. At the center of the storm stands the Council's leader, a tall, imposing figure known only as the Arbiter. For countless cycles, the Arbiter has guided the Council with a steady hand, navigating the treacherous currents of interstellar politics with a wisdom born of long experience. But now, faced with a crisis unlike any the Council has ever known, even the Arbiter's legendary composure is put to the test. As the debate rages on, the Arbiter raises a hand for silence. The chamber falls quiet, every eye turning to the leader as it speaks. Xyloth's actions, though unsanctioned, have opened a door that cannot be closed, the Arbiter says, its voice resonating with a power that seems to fill the very air. The human, Kai, has proven himself to be a being of great courage and integrity. He has earned the right to be heard. A murmur of surprise ripples through the gathered representatives. Never before has an outsider been granted an audience with the Council, let alone a member of an uncontacted species. But the Arbiter's word is law, and none dare challenge it. And so, with a wave of the Arbiter's hand, a shimmering portal opens in the center of the chamber. Through it steps Kai, his eyes wide with wonder as he takes in the incredible sight before him. Representatives of 1,000 species, some humanoid, some so alien that his mind can barely comprehend their forms, all gathered in one place, united in their purpose. As Kai approaches the Arbiter's throne, he feels the weight of countless eyes upon him. But he stands tall, drawing strength from the memory of Xyloth's sacrifice and the knowledge that he carries the hopes of his entire world on his shoulders. In a voice that trembles only slightly, Kai speaks to the Council, telling them of Earth's history, of its triumphs and its tragedies. He speaks of the corporation's betrayal and of Xyloth's bravery, of the potential for both great good and great evil that lies within the human heart. And as he speaks, something extraordinary happens. The representatives, so divided just moments before, begin to listen, really listen, to the words of this strange, fragile creature from a distant world. They see in Kai a reflection of themselves, of the struggles and aspirations that unite all sentient beings, no matter how different they may appear on the surface. In the end, it is the Arbiter who breaks the silence that follows Kai's speech. "You have given us much to consider, Kai of Earth," the leader says, its voice filled with a new note of respect. "The Council will deliberate on your words and the actions of Xyloth. In the meantime, know that you have earned the gratitude and the admiration of us all." With those words, the portal reopens, and Kai steps back through, returning to an Earth that is forever changed by his encounter with the stars. In the days and weeks that follow, Kai throws himself into his work with a renewed sense of purpose. Using the knowledge and technology left to him by Xyloth, he begins to unlock secrets of the universe that have long eluded human understanding. Under his guidance, Earth enters a new golden age of discovery and enlightenment, its people united in their determination to build a better future for all. But even as Kai works tirelessly to heal the wounds of the past, he knows that the corporation that sought to control his research is still out there, lurking in the shadows. And so, with a heavy heart, he begins to prepare for the confrontation he knows is coming, the final battle that will decide the fate of his world and the future of the galaxy. As he labors long into the night, Kai's thoughts often turn to Mira and the love they shared. He knows that she would be proud of him, of the man he has become and the work he is doing. And though the ache of her loss never truly fades, he draws strength from her memory, using it as a beacon to guide him through the darkness ahead. For Kai knows that the road before him is long and treacherous, that there will be challenges and sacrifices beyond anything he has ever faced. But he also knows that he is not alone, that he has allies both on Earth and beyond, beings who share his dream of a universe united in understanding and compassion. And so, with a heart full of hope and a mind sharpened by purpose, Kai prepares for the battles to come, ready to face whatever the future may bring. For he knows that the story of Earth and its place among the stars is only just beginning, and that he has a vital role to play in shaping the destiny of the galaxy itself. As Kai throws himself into his work, using his newfound knowledge and technology to better the lives of people on Earth, the corporation that had once sought to control his research is plotting in the shadows. Though weakened by the exposure of their crimes, they are far from defeated, and their thirst for power remains unquenched. In secret laboratories and hidden bases around the globe, the corporation's scientists work tirelessly to unlock the secrets of Kai's technology. They are driven not by the desire to help humanity, but by a hunger for dominance, a need to control the very forces of the universe itself. As months turn into years, the corporation's efforts begin to bear fruit. They develop weapons of terrifying power, devices that can manipulate matter and energy on a scale that dwarfs anything humanity has ever seen. And at the heart of it all is a twisted version of Kai's research, a corrupted vision of his life's work turned to dark and destructive ends. When they are ready, the corporation strikes without warning, launching a devastating attack on the world's major cities. In an instant, the sky is filled with the blinding light of energy weapons, the ground shaking beneath the thunder of advanced propulsion systems. Chaos and destruction reign as the corporation's forces carve a path of devastation across the globe, leaving ruin and despair in their wake. Kai, horrified by the scale of the destruction, knows that he is the only one who can stop the corporation's rampage. With a heavy heart, he dons a suit of advanced battle armor, a creation of his own design fused with technology given to him by Xyloth. As he steps out onto the battlefield, he is no longer just a scientist, but a warrior, a champion of Earth and all it represents. Across the planet, the tide of battle rages, with Kai leading a small, but determined resistance against the corporation's forces. In epic clashes that light up the sky, he fights with a skill and ferocity that belies his gentle nature, driven by the knowledge that the fate of billions hangs in the balance. But even as he struggles against the corporation's might, Kai is haunted by a deeper pain, a wound that threatens to consume him from within. For he knows that it was his research, his life's work, that made this horror possible. Though he never intended for it to be used for evil, he cannot escape the weight of responsibility that crushes down upon him. In the darkest moments of the war, when all hope seems lost, Kai finds himself thinking of Mira and the love they shared. He remembers her kindness, her laughter, the way she always saw the best in people. And he knows that if she were here, she would urge him to keep fighting, to never give up on the dream of a better tomorrow. With Mira's memory giving him strength, Kai presses on, leading his team of resistance fighters in a daring final assault on the corporation's headquarters. In a battle that will be remembered for generations, he faces off against the corporation's leader, a ruthless megalomaniac determined to reshape the universe in his own twisted image. The struggle is titanic, a clash of wills and ideals as much as weapons and technology. But in the end, it is Kai's unwavering courage and the power of his conviction that prevail. With a final, desperate effort, he overloads the corporation's central power core, causing a massive implosion that consumes the entire base in a blinding flash of light. As the dust settles and the echoes of the battle fade, Kai emerges from the ruins, battered and bloodied, but alive. Around him, the survivors of the resistance let out a cheer, their voices rising in a chorus of triumph and relief. But even as they celebrate their hard-won victory, Kai knows that the true struggle is only beginning. The corporation may be defeated, but the scars of their evil remain, a wound upon the world that will take generations to heal. Kai makes a solemn promise to himself that he will devote the rest of his life to nurturing Earth's recovery, to using his knowledge and skills to create a future of peace, unity, and understanding. No longer will his research be twisted to destructive ends, instead, it will be a beacon of hope, a light to guide humanity towards a brighter tomorrow. In the years that follow, Kai's vision begins to take shape. Under his guidance, Earth enters a new golden age, a time of unprecedented progress and enlightenment. Diseases are eradicated, hunger becomes a distant memory, and the planet's once warring nations unite in a spirit of cooperation and shared purpose. And as Earth reaches out to the stars once more, not as conquerors, but as explorers and ambassadors, Kai finally allows himself to grieve for all that was lost. He thinks of Xyloth and the sacrifice the alien made, of Mira and the love that was stolen from him, of the billions of lives shattered by the corporation's greed. But even as he mourns, Kai's heart swells with hope for the future. For he knows that from the ashes of tragedy, a new world is rising, a world where the dreams of one man and the wisdom of an alien friend will guide humanity to its ultimate destiny among the stars. Under Kai's watch, Earth becomes a beacon of hope and a force for good in the universe, its people united in their determination to create a galaxy where all beings can live in harmony and prosperity. It is a legacy that will endure long after Kai is gone, a testament to the power of compassion, courage, and the indomitable human spirit. And so, as the sun sets on the final chapter of Kai's incredible journey, we are left not with an ending, but with a new beginning. For the story of Earth and its place among the stars is only just starting to be written, and its greatest chapters are yet to come. With a heart full of hope and eyes turned towards the infinite possibilities of the cosmos, humanity steps forward into a future brighter than any it has ever known. And leading the way, a guiding light for generations to come, is the memory of a humble scientist and the alien who saw in him the potential for greatness. Together, they showed us that the bonds of friendship and understanding can transcend any barrier, that the power of a single act of compassion can change the course of history. And in doing so, they gave us the greatest gift of all, the knowledge that, no matter how dark the night may seem, there is always hope for a new dawn. And so, as we bid farewell to Kai and Xyloth, we do so with hearts full of gratitude and minds inspired by their example. For though they may be gone, their legacy endures, a shining beacon of all that is best in us, a call to reach ever higher and to dream ever bigger, until the day when we too take our place among the stars.